Hello again, we are at Share Bucharest, the second day of our International Architecture Conference, and I have the great pleasure to have together with me right now Jans Richter from Studio Herreras and Mr. Radu Tacă. I will get deeper in our topic, and I will kindly invite you to tell us some words about the project that you have presented here at Share, and maybe correlate with your design philosophy in the office and the way that you approach design in the Studio Herreras office.
Okay, so first of all, thank you very much for the invitation. It is a great pleasure to be here and to participate in the conference. So we have been presenting three projects. One culture project, which is the new Munch Museum in Oslo. The conference center Agora Bogota in Bogota in Colombia. And a residential project which is called Staggered City, which is going to be constructed and is developed right now in the United States.
Is it something in the design philosophy that is linking these three projects?
Yeah, well, all of those three projects, they're actually driven by the idea of creating a sustainable architecture. Okay. Not only sustainable in the sense of creating buildings which use less energy. In the Bogota example, we have learned that the whole building actually functions without any HVAC machines, so there's no ventilation machines at all. In the case of Munch, the building actually also works with natural ventilation in all the public areas. So this is a very important part of our work that actually forms part of our thinking from the first line that we are drawing. But these projects are also socially sustainable. We want to make projects that actually are accessible for everybody. The Munch Museum has an open entrance lobby where you can go, where you can meet your friends. You can go up to the top floor without paying entrance. There's a restaurant. There's a viewing platform from where you can overlook the whole city. The same happens in Bogota, and also in Staggered City, where you actually have the possibility to visit places within the building, even though you are not a resident or you are not a visitor of the exhibition.
So democratize the access.
Exactly, and that's something that has become very, very important to us and to our clients, especially in these days where public spaces are becoming more and more important again. We need to be together, we need to discuss our future, and that's something that in our projects, sometimes these spaces are not even described in the competition brief or in the project brief. It's something that we invent and something that we as architects propose to our clients as a plus, because this is where the life actually happens.
You are talking about sustainability in these terms. I would invite Mr. Radu Tacă to tell us some words about the core values that are at the bottom of your projects.
Of course, sustainability is one of the main items we're trying to reach. For this reason, we use ventilated facades. Now we try to make some elements made from, let's say, solar panels or photovoltaic panels and make them architecture. This is a lesson we learn from Foster in Abu Dhabi, for example. Very interesting in Masdar. It's a huge project there, and to put them together with the rest of elements and to make a good architecture involving these elements, bringing new renewal energies.
And would you describe a project that has been completed recently?
No, we are going to finish a cultural center in Bucharest, in
Wow, interesting.
as a favorite, yes. We're trying to bring these elements into the project, and now we are involving in a huge project in Romania, in Murfatlar. It's a very well-known winery, the largest winery in Romania. It's a huge project, and now they are huge consumers of energy because they are floors on the ground, not under the ground, and they need to spend a lot of energy to keep the temperature to the same level all the year. And for this reason, we are obliged to involve this kind of elements, strategy, yes, regarding the energy, green energy. Yeah.
I have recently visited your website, which I found very interesting, and the experience is very engaging. And also I have appreciated the way you pay attention to details and the design, not only of the object of architecture, but of the process and the graphic design and the elements. And how do you approach design? I guess probably holistically in everything that concerns the project. Defines your approach in architecture?
Absolutely. I used the term holistic design in the title of my lecture because that's something that we really are proud of in our office. In our office we combine actually several professions at the same time. We have architects, we have technical architects, we have landscape architects, we have interior designers, we have all kinds of different disciplines that actually work together from the very beginning. But not only this, we also invite technical disciplines like our consultants, structural engineers or installation engineers, and many others, facade engineers, to work with us from the very first beginning. So in our design philosophy is not that we draw a nice shape and when we are finished with this nice shape and distributing the program, we give it to our engineers and say, make this a reality. We actually sit together around the table from the very first moment, and we listen, and we try to sort of incorporate all the knowledge and the requirements from the very beginning. And that actually, this strategy helps a lot because we can develop concepts that are very robust. If you look at the Munch Museum, the idea of this tower, the idea of dividing the podium, the circulation area and the exhibition areas, this idea was from the very beginning, it was there because it actually fulfilled with many requirements at the same time. So once develop these simple ideas together, you can build up and you can develop the design together with your colleagues in a very controlled and linear manner.
So in a way you step back from the idea of a stark architect who is drawing a sketch
Absolutely.
And everything is
Absolutely.
Just one vision.
Absolutely.
You're incorporating.
Absolutely.
Maybe technology helps this cooperation, or
technology also helps. We understand that technology is another ingredient of this pool of requirements and inputs that we are using to build our buildings. But as you say, for us it's very important that we actually not come with a fantastic idea that we put on top of the table and that rules everything. We actually prefer much more to enter in a dialogue.
Process, maybe?
Yeah, and to be in a process of dialogue where we actually listen to our clients or listen to our structural engineers and start to build up an idea, not from top down but rather from bottom up.
How would you describe the design workflow in your office?
We are not an interdisciplinary office. We are a very small office.
Our idea
this is
emerges.
the reason I'm so tired now, because when I have a thought and I begin a new project, I call my friend from the structure company and talk with him from the beginning, and the installation company engineers, because obviously I don't like to go on a wrong street, to go straight to the bottom. And we have a lot of talks, and because a good idea in architecture, it's an idea you can materialize it. If not, it's only a desire without a backup.
Yes, and then the
Backup in the technology, or I don't know.
Yes, and an idea that responds accordingly to the
Yes.
problem in situ. So, because our time is narrowing down, I just kindly invite you to share a thought with the younger generation who are entering this profession from your perspective as well-established practitioners in the field. What do you consider relevant at the beginning of your journey?
I think it's, to be honest, I think it's a very difficult time. It's not only for our profession, but for us as a society as a whole. I think we have many problems to solve, and to be honest, I think that the architects, our profession, what I would recommend or what I would try to transmit is that we should stay curious and optimistic, even though it's not always so easy, but we need to have optimism to think that we will be able to construct a better future. And this optimism, especially now, is not so easy. We are surrounded by wars and we are surrounded by pandemics, and every day is a new bad news on the media. But especially because of that, I think we need to be, and especially the young generations, we need to have confidence that we will find a way together to resolve these things, and that also architecture, even though it's very tiny contributions, but maybe we are able to help to make our planet a better place. And when we look at energy consumptions, the building construction is taking a big part of it. So if we manage to improve here something, I would invite everybody, and especially the young generations, to look into new ways of thinking
to
architecture.
deliver that optimism through design.
We have to.
I have something to tell because I'm a teacher too.
Of course,
and,
that's a very
this is a problem.
valuable point
we are
of view.
surrounded by wars and
Yes.
all things is bad phenomenon, but first of all, we are surrounded by ignorance. This is a problem. The new generation, they don't read. This is a huge problem in
education.
Yes, in the communication, and to make a synthesis, which architecture needs so much. Synthesis.
A capacity to synthesize the messages
yes,
from the abundance of information that is
problem
surrounding.
is the problem is and the lexical problem, because now they are translating from image to image. They don't read, and this process is very too simple, and this has deep effects in their thinking.
Yes.
We need to accept that the world is complex, and there's no simple solutions to these complex situations. I absolutely agree. We should not step into the trap thinking that simple messages can resolve anything. This is not the case.
Maybe it's not impossible to manage this, but we don't know how to manage this new kind of approach in teaching or architecture.
Yes, and coming back to semantics also as a source of meaning and value. Thank you so much for your time and for your presence, and thank you for being here at our conference, and we are warming welcoming you back.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
With every occasion. Thank you.
Thank you.